is me, Jake here, and I would just like to say thank you on the continued support. It means so much to me. And today, I'm going to be doing a top 10 again, but this time I'm going to do my top 10 favorite manga characters. Now, I'm excluding anime characters since that's pretty different from manga. So, right now, I'm doing my top 10 favorite manga characters and what I've seen from their manga. So, I've not read every manga like I said in my last video, so some characters that I've not read would probably be on here. But, you see what I mean, like, I can't read every single manga ever. But, to get straight on to the topic, first off, we have Seigen from Twin Star Exorcist. Now, Seigen is a very unique character in the fact that he is the teacher for Rokuro. But how Rokuro sees him as a teacher is very different. Whenever Rokuro sees Seigen, he is super scared. Now, Seigen is this man right here, and he is so good. There's a couple characters in Twin Star that I felt like could have fought for Seigen's spot. To put some out there, Kamui is definitely one of them, and Konkoro, I think is his name. He definitely could be on here, but I put Seigen because Seigen, by far, is my favorite in Twin Star, and how he is perceived throughout the story, and how he ends up not being able to be an exorcist anymore. It's just so great, and it's so amazing as a character to see what he's done and show his personality, and I love Seigen so much. So I always praise Twin Star. If there's any time to praise it even more, it's in this video. So if you ever get the chance, please read this manga. It is so good. And at number 9, I would just like to say this is probably my favorite comedy and my favorite isekai. But at number 9, we have Kazuma from Konosuba. This man's right here. Let's see if I can get a good panel with just Kazuma, since he's barely on the cover. He's barely in any of this. The man without the eyes, the Shimentioi protag, Kazuma himself. Now, Kazuma is so hilarious. When he does a lot of stuff, it's just so great. And you could literally put probably any of them, other than Aqua, because Aqua's the useless one. But you can put Darkness, Megumin, a lot of characters from Konosuba could be your favorite, but I say Kazuma, because Kazuma, in my opinion, is so well written, and I just love Kazuma. Manga, I've not read the light novels, but in the manga, he's great. I've only had the first 3 volumes. I need to get the other 7, and the Megumin 5 volumes. I think there's 5 volumes of Megumin spinoff, but definitely read Konosuba as well. And Kazuma, very good protagonist. Very funny protagonist, and the way he goes about being in an isekai is so much better than so many isekai protags, so definitely highly recommend Konosuba, and Kazuma is a great character. And at number 8 is something that might surprise some of you, because I don't know if this is in my top 10 favorite manga. It probably would be in my top 20, and top 20 anime probably as well, but it's Koro-Sensei from Assassination Classroom. Now, Koro-Sensei is a very unique character, and his progression throughout all the 21 volumes of Assassination Classroom is just so amazing to see. I just love Koro-Sensei, and I loved how they ended it. And Koro-Sensei is just an amazing character, and how he is written is so uniquely written. So, Koro-Sensei is definitely needed to be on this list. Is a very good character, so definitely deserves my top 10 spots. Next up on this list at number 7, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Gojo Sensei from Jujustu Kaisen. Now, if you've not read Jujustu Kaisen, it is amazing. I highly recommend Jujustu Kaisen. And this character, right on the cover of this volume, Gojo Sensei, he will most likely be your favorite character. If not, it's probably Fushiguro, but I would just say when Gojo Sensei pops off, it's a very unique pop-off because the power system is very unique, and it's very good. I love Gojo Sensei as a character, and I love how he is as a character, and how he interacts with the other characters in the show. I mean, the manga, it's such a unique character for this kind of serious kind of tone. Him just be joking around and being just like the most powerful character so far that we've seen is just insane. So, Gojo-sensei definitely deserves number 7 spot, and he's such a good character, so definitely deserves this spot. Next up on this list is a character from the Promised Neverland, which is Ray. Ray is definitely my favorite out of the 3, I would say 3 kind of like main core 3 of Norman, Ray, and Emma. Ray is definitely my favorite one, and Ray is definitely the most unique character out of the 3. Out of Emma just being the energetic one that has like fighting plans, him being the tactician, and Norman being the bigger brain one, the biggest brain one. I definitely say Ray is definitely my favorite out of the 3, because he's definitely the most logical one out of the 3, because Norman does everything just so he can please Emma, and Emma does everything in her power to save people, while Ray is just using logic, being like, this is almost impossible, you know. I will try my best to help you, but it's gonna be really hard to do this when there's literally demons in this world. So, Ray is definitely the most unique character inside Promised Neverland, being the most logical one, but he's definitely the best character in my opinion. And Ray, I just love Ray, as you can tell. Ray is definitely my favorite character from it, so Ray is number 6, I do believe. Wow, I did just notice that I just picked up Volume 6 for Promised Neverland for the 6th spot. Well, that was not intended, but unironically I just did that. But next up is from one of my favorite mangas ever to be written, and this is probably controversial since I love it, and it's Black Clover. And the characters from this, I have 2 that are tied because I couldn't really decide which ones, is Yami and Luck. Now you might be saying, how is Luck tied with Yami? With what Luck did in the manga recently, it's very close. But then what Yami did right after him in the manga just makes it it's just so hard to choose between Luck and Yami. I will give it to Yami, actually. I'll give it to Yami. Purely off the most recent chapter, but I would say Yami is definitely one of the best like teacher roles in all of manga, in my opinion. It's definitely up to like him, Gojo-sensei, and Kakashi. Those 3 are definitely my favorites, but I definitely would put it in the Yami, Gojo, Kakashi order. Even though Kakashi and Itachi are my favorite characters in Naruto, I do not think I would put them under Gojo and Yami any day. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. But yeah, so that's Yami at number 5. Now for the second best protagonist in all of manga, in my opinion, and that will be Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, I did not like Yu Yu Hakusho the first 2 or 3 volumes that I read. I stopped it and dropped it in those. I had the whole complete manga the whole time. Then I picked it up again, and I just was like, oh, well, why did I not like this? And I'm like, I love Yusuke. And then after that, I read the whole thing, and I love Yusuke. Of course, the ending was a little bit rushed because Yoshiro Togashi's back problems. I pray for his health, and I hope he gets better. But Yusuke is definitely probably the second best protagonist of all time. I love Yusuke, and I love Yu Yu Hakusho so much, so definitely highly recommend this, and I would definitely say Yusuke is one of the best anime characters and manga characters of just all time. And not just my opinion, but he definitely is up there. This is probably not surprising to any of you, my next pick, because box sets are right there. But I just had to pick him, the vice captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, Zoro. Now, Zoro is that man right there, and he definitely is the coolest character in One Piece, in my opinion. He just walks in, he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna beat you guys up, and then they're like, no, you're not, and he just puts the sword in his mouth. It's like onigiri, and he just destroys everyone, and it's just like, it's so fun to watch whenever Zoro fights, because the thing about Zoro is, he never fights healthy. Like, almost every single time he fights, he is injured, and that just shows even more how much of a cool character he is. He's just one of the coolest characters ever, and whenever they go to a new island, he definitely has the best drip. Like in Water 7, that like orangish brown like yellow raincoat thing that he wears, that just has the best drip in all of Water 7. Even beating Luffy's black pants, like, that was so good. I would definitely put Zoro at number 3. So yeah, number 2 on this list is also something that wouldn't surprise you because I have all 37 volumes right there, as you can see, and that is Sinbad from Magi. Now, Sinbad is one of the coolest characters and one of the most unique characters in manga, Magi is such a good story, and whenever he's in Magi, I feel like the stories amplifies and make it even better. So Sinbad has just that unique feeling of this character just pushes the story to a new limit. Like, there's some volumes of Magi that I'm like, wow, Sinbad is just so cool, and I just love Sinbad. So Sinbad had to be in my top 3. It was kind of hard to rank my top 3 because number one's basically like, no matter what, I'm putting my number one. But Sinbad and Zoro can go either way for me. I just love Sinbad, so I just had to. I love both of them so much as hard, but I just like you don't see Sinbad as much as Zoro. And Sinbad definitely is cool, and I like Sinbad just that little bit more than Zoro. So I put Sinbad above Zoro, so yeah. Number 2 is Sinbad from Magi, and also he has his own spin-off manga. It only has 4 volumes in English, I do believe, that it stopped getting published. I hope someone else picks it up. Probably won't. That's The Adventures of Sinbad, because I really want to read that, and I don't want to go on scans and stuff, so yeah. Number 2, Sinbad from Magi. Now this series, I swear, is on like at least my top 3 in almost every one of my top 10s, and I don't even mean it. It's just that good. I mean, it's just a masterpiece, and the main character is just that good. The protagonist from Berserk, Guts. Now, if you don't know, Berserk is just a masterpiece beyond a masterpiece. The only thing that destroys Berserk is the hiatus, because it took us like 2 years to go from volume 39 to 40, and that is very annoying. But Guts, just makes this such a good read. Now, Guts. This man right here, he is definitely the best protagonist of all time. And that's no debate, in manga, at least. Because in anime, we don't talk about the Berserk anime, okay? 2016, no. 2016, 17? Nah, in movies, we don't talk about that, okay? The 90s one, that's okay, we can talk about that. But the manga is what we talk about. And that's what we talk about for Berserk. It's not like Vinland Saga, who had a great anime adaptation. We're talking about Berserk as an anime, manga, not an anime. So, and if I had Vinland Saga's manga, I probably would have put an honorable mention just for Askeladd, but I don't have it. So I've also not read it. I've only watched first season of the anime, but I'm gonna be getting it very soon. So yeah. But number 1 is definitely Guts. And if you want a little gist of Berserk, it's literally, oh yeah, Guts is put into a situation where he should lose, but he's just that much of a cool character that he just somehow finds a way to beat it. And he just keeps doing that over and over again, and he's always the struggler, and Guts is just an amazing character. There's no one better than Guts, in my opinion. As a protagonist, there's just nothing that Guts can really, like, no one can hold a candle to Guts, because he's just so well written. His character development throughout the 40 volumes is insane. And yeah, number 1, Guts from Berserk, and that's by far, no one can really get to Guts' level for me. And that's it for the video, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I will try to make more videos. I know this week was a little bit off schedule. I usually do Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I was pretty busy this week due to work, so I had to just push my videos a couple days back, each one. So I'm really sorry about that. Also, my manga collection video, I don't know if I said in my last one, the audio for it was really bad. I'm really sorry about that. I'll probably make another one next month just so, like, make it an updated video so you can get this whole, and you can kind of hear me say the last videos better, because that one was really hard to hear, and while I was editing I did not know how to fix it, so I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!